Welcome back, everyone, to the BD1P Binding of Isaac modded series. Today is going to be our final challenge of Fiend Folio, challenge number 10, hands-on. Here's my thought process here. Both Dad's Home and the Gauntlet were the hardest challenges in the game, pretty much hands down, right? And a lot of the easier ones ended up being at the end. The Dirty Bubble Challenge, the Real John, Brick by Brick, so it kind of stands to reason. Why wouldn't the final challenge also be one of the easier ones, right? That's just kind of my thought process there. So why don't we just start it off here and get it going? Hopefully not going to be too bad. Maybe it's just like a normal run to Mom's heart or, Mom's foot. Who knows? But anyways, your question for today is going to be, put your answer in the comments down below. It comes from Discord once again. If you had to do one thing before you died, what would you do and what would it be? By the way, seed is 6P667MD3. What is this sound? Is this breakcore? Okay, what's the challenge here? I got 4 guys, 4 very handsy men, constantly grabbing me. Okay, so I understand the gimmick now. It's just you are going to be pretty much not in control of anything that you're doing. Hey, not a bad. Can I grab the item though? Not a terrible first room to see. Couple of black hearts, a good Pandora's box. We could pop that in the caves floor for HP and an extra boss item. The speed down's not ideal. We can live with it though. We can live with it. But I think, is there no music playing? Why does it it cuts off your music? Very strange. But I guess for my answer for today's question it's a very weighted question. Like doing one thing before you die, like a bucket list, a kick in the bucket list item. I don't know. Again, it's like choosing one thing out of literally everything in existence. It's not very easy. And if I had to really hanker down on one thing I really like to do, weirdly enough, despite being a huge homebody, this is gonna be a tough room. I like traveling a lot. And there are some places that I do want to see before I die. Oh, wow, that's great. Can I go over here, please? Get out of there. Get out of there, dude. Okay, thank you. Double soul heart. Oh, my God. I do want to travel quite a bit. And there are a couple of places that I think I would like to go. One of those being France. What? There's an enemy down there? I didn't even see one, dog. One of those being France. I do really want to see France before I perish. Where else do I want to go? I do kind of want to go to somewhere in South America eventually. I'm not sure what I'd do there because, I don't know much about the country or the area, but it would still be kind of nice to go and see what's going on there. See what they got going on down in the south, you never know. But I think just traveling to, as many places as possible would kind of be my ideal, send-off from my mortal existence, I guess. Is there anything good in the shop for us? We're not going to be able to control regular options, at all. And I also think we get no item rooms on this challenge based off our current map size, unless the item room and the boss fight are, directly next to each other, which totally could be the case. I have no idea. I've seen some weirder maps, but, I don't know. It's going, okay, thank you for that one. There is, you have, no agency here. This is, Dad's Home, but for movement. Because, at least in the Gauntlet, you have a little bit of agency on... Okay, can I... Yeah, that's fantastic. You have a little bit of agency on, what you want to buy, how you want to fight the bosses. Ooh, we do have some money now. But here you have, literally no control over your movement. You could, stand still, but they shoot out at different intervals, so it's, not even worth trying to stand still. Walking through, you know what, just use Good Trip. I'm done with that part of it. Definitely buy the Soul Heart. Leave the room, please, and go hopefully find your boss very quickly. But traveling is just, it's a great thing. I think it's important to be a worldly person at the very least and know, I think knowing a little bit about everything is a very good trait to have, and a lot of that, does this work? Oh. How is this going to work for me? So it homes onto me, but I also think it's going to home, onto enemies, making these guys, a lot bigger DPS dealers for us. And it's going to prioritize enemies over myself, I'm pretty sure, which might make this challenge surprisingly easy. Who's our first boss going to be? Oh, we're on an XL floor, so no item rooms at all. Okay. Oh, Lord. Okay, just got to be careful here. Let the mans grab the dude. He's immune to bombs, so don't worry about trying to bomb buck. let your friend's hands get in there. If you can get in there with your little bit of a pointy rib action, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Look at that. Look how good we're doing right now. This is better than the gauntlet in terms of like killing the boss in a good pace. We're doing way better than that. Yeah, spawn some. Oh, you're not spawning boys. You're shooting. We could maybe keep our devil deal chance here. Strangely enough, if this boss does not give us anything terrible to deal with, which it probably won't, and if the next, and we get a soul heart as well, and if the next boss is not horrendous, we can maybe, I'm not going to walk into a devil deal, mainly because I don't want to grab an item by accident, but hey, you never know, man. There could be some good stuff. It could be black hearts, there could be black sacks or bone hearts in there too. It's not just items in those rooms. Anyways, though, I think it's important to be a worldly person, and I think you learn the most in life by going to other places and going outside your comfort zone and, like, you know, what you're used to, and traveling is the best way to do that. I have gone to a couple of other places. I've been to Singapore and Australia. I was on the Canadian border in the boundary waters of Minnesota at one point as well. I know it's like not Canada and America have very similar ecosystems, but it's worth mentioning at the very, very least, I think. And I loved Australia. I thought it was great. Again, it's not like it's super, super different than... I was going to leave the floor. It's not super different than America in a lot of aspects, but just kind of like the geography and the topography, they're a lot more pretty. And it could just be me being used to what America looks like, and, you know, being here for 20 years, it does get a little bit stale. You came out of the pit. You're a pit worm, I see. It could just be me getting, you know, bored of what because America is all just like, you go anywhere, it's cornfield, it's wind turbines on the highway, or it's like a really ugly, non-walkable city, right? Now, Australia, when I was in the capital, I went to Brisbane, I went to the Sydney Opera House. I was like pretty much all across the country on my trip there, and oh, I thought it was Magic Mush. I was like, whoa, that's kind of crazy, but it's not Magic Mush. It's actually just Mushroom Man, the enemy, and he's dead. Is that worth playing? I feel like it might not be worth playing, like, at all, so we're just gonna ditch that. But I was everywhere when I was in Australia, and every single city that I went to was walkable. Little town centers, you know, shops and grocery stores, and that goes double for Singapore. Singapore was like 3 times as walkable as Australia was, and I gotta say, man, I feel like a lot of my problems in life would be alleviated had we just had more walkable cities in America. Because I don't like driving that much. And if I could walk to, like, and I can walk pretty much everywhere I need to live my life here in Texas, because I have a grocery store, like, not even a minute by my house. I've got, like, a town center behind my place as well. So I could pretty much walk anywhere here, but having the option to, you know, walk to social places instead of just like stores and Best Buys and shit would be huge. And it makes, I think, it makes a person a lot happier. Being able to, you know, go out, but also at the same time go outside and not be in a car, or like I got to be on the freeway for half an hour before finding where I want to go. It's a lot more pleasant to be in a walkable area. And I had a lot of fun. Even, like, I wouldn't even say touring the place, just, like, literally just walking around, and it was like, if I could have gone to a walkable city in America, I would have had just as much fun, sorry. Oh, this is going to be a fantastic room for me. Maybe it will actually be okay. Wow, look at that, not too bad. If you would have put me in, like, a new American walkable city, I would have found a lot of enjoyment there as well, but the fact that it was also in a different country helped the fact, too. Of course, the Australian accent is real. In fact, my first day in Australia, we get off the plane, me and my cousin Maggie, and we're the same age. We're 10 days apart in age, so we're pretty close. And we were there because her dad, my uncle, is a famous math professor over at Rutgers University. He's a very, very smart man, and he was invited to some kind of like nerd conference down in Australia. And invited us to go with him. So we paid the price, we went with him, and we flew down separately. He was already there for a couple of days. That's not, actually, does that work? Stop flinging me everywhere. Ooh. Okay. You know what, dude? I'll take Minecraft instead. We can get some more damage off of that, and I believe both pointy rib and notched axe damage scales with yours. We already have a pretty decent damage stat for floor 2, thanks to Pentagram, Jesus Christ. So Notch axe is kind of like a clutch item to have. Look at that right there. But he was already there. We flew down separately from Chicago, had a layover in LAX, and then we were in Australia. It was like a 16-hour flight. It sucked, but we were very, very tired getting there, right? And the guy at customs, like checking our bags and whatever. What is this heart that we have? Get his ass, boys. Okay, notched axe is done. Back up from that bomb, thank you. Well, at least he's dead, right? We can get HP here, hopefully. Yeah, that's HP. That's HP. Let's go back for this heart over here. I almost got into the trap door there. Get that one, and then I think we're good to move on down. But the guy at customs had a very, very, very thick accent. Like Australian accent, obviously. And he was kind of like making chit-chat while he was doing his paperwork for us or whatever. And he was like, so what are you guys doing in Australia? All the way from, you know, like, America. And we were like, oh, you know, my cousin was like, Jesus Christ. She didn't say that. She said, my dad's here on some, like, work thing, so he brought us with to kind of see the country and stuff. And he goes, oh, yeah, dads are the best, huh? But with his accent, we heard, oh, your dad is dead. And I swear to God, like, she looked at me like, what the fuck did this dude just say? It was like, oh, your dad's best, yeah? But it was like, oh, your dad's dead, yeah? And it was like, what the fuck? Her dad is dead? And for a moment there, like literally not even 1 second, we thought, are we stranded here? Did her dad die and now we're stranded, like, in Australia forever? Obviously, it wasn't the case. Her dad and my uncle were very, very okay. But I never thought I'd have a confusion through an Australian accent. Because, like, they speak English. And I've understood some pretty... What even was that tier pattern, bro? I've understood some pretty heinous American accents, even just in America. Going from the Midwest to the South, like, it's an adjustment for sure. I mean, the language down, like, the slang and the newspeak, you could say. It's very, very different. It's fine. Like, it's not like it's gonna, you know, kill me to learn a couple of new slang words, but it's a very weird adjustment to hear. I'm stuck in an endless loop right here, aren't I? No, we're cool. Thought we were in like a soft lock right there. This is gonna be not great for us. All right, that was very, very cool. Yeah, thank you. Soul of Cain. We can try and use this, I guess. Is there a heart I can just buy? I gotta get 5 cents for a spirit heart. Watch this though. I was trying to call a magic much if you couldn't tell, but did not happen. Can I just move? Please let me walk. They got some pretty rough... He spawned a brother Bobby, and my first thought was like, that's not gonna do shit. And then immediately, it scares the ever-living Christ out of me. Oh, speed down. I will probably not do that. You know what, dude? Frick this. It's gonna be right here. I know my red rooms. Okay. It was actually up one room. I apologize. I was kind of off in my assessment there. We lost money. I can't buy that spirit heart anytime soon. See, I told you, it was right here the whole time. I couldn't even be wrong once if I wanted to. I'm just too good at this video game. But the rest of the trip in Australia was fine. Like, you do get used to the accent pretty quickly. It sounds weird, but I think we have... Oh, yeah. Oh, hey. I was gonna say, like, no item spawn, right. Get her ass? Oh, took damage there. Another speed down pill. Wait, hold the phone, hold the phone. Out of there. What? Wait, what the heck is this? Oh my god, yes, please. I might die, but we have a cool little... I wanted the nickel there for the soul heart. Can I walk? You know what? Just teleport. No one's gonna fault you for wanting to get through the challenge a little bit faster. You do get used to accents. Oh, fuck. Get that? There we go. That was a little bit safer. I don't want filigree feather, like, at all. I wanted to get those the spike arcs would have killed us in one hit. I gotta get those out of the way, like, really quickly. But this trinket we have, though, I don't know if trinkets are seeded or not, because this is, like, a pretty powerful one to have. And the other homing thing, too, like, that was a really good steal. So I don't know if trinkets are, like, seeded in this challenge or not, because that guy totally should have dropped a nickel, but just didn't. Either way, I am... Come on, let me up there. Not there. I want to find my secret rooms really fast. Because we don't have a lot of HP to work with. If I could just walk over here really quick. There we go. Just let me in there, please. Hey, now that's what I'm talking about right there. Look at all this money. We can go back and buy a soul heart now. We could buy Black Candle. We can go back and buy Black Candle. Hold on. Thank you. I should have bought Steam Sale in hindsight, but we're not going to see too many shops in this run going forward. We should find the... I'm not going to worry about it. One more cent means another spirit heart for us, but I'm sure we'll get like a regular heart next floor in the shop, so I'm not too concerned, really. Look how much damage this little electricity field does for us, though. We are... Oh, this is going to be awful. Yep, well, that's 2 hits. Oh, that's a really good item to find, though. You know what, dude? We might have a win on our hands. First try on this challenge here. Not too bad. But you get used to that stuff really fast. I think just being in that environment, you pick up on things. It's like learning a new language. It's difficult to do that, but with enough time, you eventually learn some, like, tricks. You're like, okay, when they say the word banyo, they're referring to the bathroom, and the most common way to, like, talk about a bathroom is like, hey, can I go to the bathroom? So when you hear banyo, you can usually answer, like, see, I gotta go to the bathroom, and you'll have the same kind of communication there. If you work in a restaurant, which I'm sure a lot of my viewers have in their time, a lot of the chefs that I used to know were Hispanic and spoke only Spanish. And I don't speak any Spanish. The most I know are, like, cuss words from being in middle school, right? But I picked up on a little bit of some phrases occasionally when I was working there to communicate faster with the chefs and the whatever else, like the sous chefs, the busboys, whoever it may be. And it just comes naturally after a while. And even though I couldn't, like, speak or probably repeat any of the words they've told me before, I don't care about any of these. If I heard them, like, in person, I could probably figure out what that person is trying to say to me. Hey, that is a fantastic card to have for the mom fight. We just stand still, let our boys do all the work for us. I don't know if they can grab us when we're in the chariot form. I would assume they probably... Oh, they're bombs. I would assume they probably can't, but hey, I've been wrong before. It's a cute room. It's a cool idea for a room. Make the Mask of Infamy 2 big old Johns. That's kind of nice. Oh, okay, sure. No, we're doing all right. Why don't you not be an idiot for once in your career and go grab that heart up there? But even with, like, German, like, I took German in high school, and the first year I was great. Year 2, a little rougher. Year 3, absolute dog shit. Maybe it was year 2 I was bad. No, it was year 3 I was absolute dog shit. I started goofing off. I didn't learn the language properly, and I would often get, like, C's on my tests, which high school languages are usually pretty easy, and they're very forgiving, but I was just not going through the right channels to pay attention, I guess is the phrasing there. I was being an idiot. So the only way I got through German class without failing was, and don't tell your parents about me, all right? I cheated a little bit. Some minor cheating going on. And I want to tell you guys how I cheated in this class. It may help a couple of you. Don't cheat, but it may give you guys some ideas. Hey, on what you could do if you're in a pickle like I was. So, starting off, we had our oh, I wanted that heart. We had a presentation, our final presentation of the whole year. And it was a very easy one. You had to make a 20-slide presentation. And I forget the actual, like, specifications, but you had to have like a quick little paragraph, a sentence or two of a specific thing, like, that you do in German on that. Also, watch this. You're going up, you change them directions. You're going this way. Oh, move. It's got to be one of these ways. Watch this. Ooh, look at that. It was big brain plays right there. But you had to know a couple of things in German for it, right? And you had one little cheat sheet. You could have a note card on it that had 20 words maximum, so 1 word per slide, to kind of, like, jog your brain at what's going on in this class, huh? I'm going to probably wait for stars so I can have protection in that fight. But I wasn't going to have that because I didn't know what to do. You know, I was dumb. I hadn't paid attention very much, right? So here was my plan. I wasn't going to make just 1 note card. I was going to make 2. The first note card has the 20-word limit on it, right? It's going to have the proper class specifications here. Note card number 2, though, was going to have my entire presentation written down on it. And when it came time to like turn it in, what I would do is, when I'm all done speaking, I was going to put it in my pocket and walk back to my desk. Teacher was going to say, hey, can I have your note card? And I would be like, oh, of course you can. And I reached into my other pocket, and I was going to pull out the 20 card one. So I have one note card of everything on it for my actual presentation. Then I have one that has 20 on it, and that's the one I turn in. And it's the day comes to do my presentation. It's all set up. I got left pocket is going to be 20 notes. Right pocket is going to be everything on it. I looked at my notes, my presentation. I'm doing great. I'm looking at my proper card, and I'm flying through it. It gets done. Teacher asks for the note card. I go, oh sure. Reach into the proper pocket, pull out the 20 card one, turn it in, and nobody was ever any the wiser. I got a 100% on that test, and I passed my class with flying colors. If you enjoyed my commentary, that's our final Fiendfolio challenge. A like and a comment goes a long way for a small channel like mine. In the meantime, though, guys, I have been BD1P. Peace out, and goodbye.